Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Chris. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, big welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about something very particular that really helps you succeed in life, and it's like this low-hanging fruit that no one really talks about, which is how to sleep better. And I put together some really important tips for you guys to be able to sleep like babies and wake up and just win all day long, because fundamentally speaking, everything starts with how you sleep. Your day and everything that you do in it starts with how well you sleep. And if you were like me, sleeping 4 to 6 hours, you weren't really getting much done while you were awake and you were dependent on coffee and stimulants and so on and so forth. Now I sleep like a baby between 7 to 10 hours a night. That's right, 10 hours a night. And I'm so much more productive, and I'm such a better human, and I'm not grumpy, and I'm not angry, and I'm not poopy, and I want to teach you guys how to do it. Just do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button. Help YouTube push this out to other people. Help support the community. Help the cause. And if you really like this show, hit subscribe. I'd love to have you. All right, let's dive into it. All right, guys, today we're going to talk about how to sleep better. And let me just preference with, I habitually was not a very good sleeper for the majority of my life. I really don't remember how I slept while I was growing up. I do remember how I slept when I was in the military, which was virtually dog shit of sleep. I mean, maybe a few hours if I was lucky, or full nights of sleep here and there. But I recall my sleep pretty much went downhill once being in the military. As my life went on and my career went on, I really didn't sleep very well, especially as I was trying to build businesses, going to school, and working, all at the same time. And, as I got close to around the decade mark of owning businesses, I really wasn't sleeping well. I was running ragged. I mean, maybe 4 to 6 hours a night tops. And that's not measuring the sleep. That's just the time I was asleep. I wasn't measuring the REM cycles, which really is what we're going to discuss here in a moment, is important. Your rapid eye movement patterns and cycles within your sleep is really the fundamental aspect of how well you're resting, okay? The key to having a highly productive day is really comes from one specific thing, and that's setting a sleep schedule. It all starts with your sleep, and I'm going to give you 3 simple steps here to rehaul your sleep, in turn rehauling your entire life. Going to bed at the same time every night, or at least 6 of the 7 days a week, okay? You want to stay up one night, do whatever, cool. But the majority of your week, going to bed, setting the sleep schedule, meaning going to bed at the same time 6 nights a week, is critical for many things in your life, including better recovery in the gym, recovery in life in general, weight loss, weight gain, clear thinking, energy, performance, effectiveness, and productivity. So let's talk about these 3 steps to optimize your sleep, okay? Number 1, set your bedtime. I know I just mentioned that, but this is one of the 3 steps. Set your bedtime. So let's say you have to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, okay? So with that said, you want to shoot for 6 to 9 hours of sleep. Some people say 7 to 9. I know many people that 6 hours works for them. However, I would recommend a little bit more. So I say 6 to 9 hours, okay? Because it's your REM cycles, and you hit those approximately every 90 minutes. So if you have to wake up at 6 a.m. every day, okay? Because that's your wake-up time, right? Because most people wake up around the same time. Set your sleep schedule to at least 10 p.m. So that means you're sleeping, not in bed, you're sleeping from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's 8 hours. That's the key. The first step is to set your bedtime. Just like a child, think about it. If you have a child and you're listening to this show, at one point when you being a parent, or maybe now where you are in your career of parenting, you put your child down every night at the same time. Well, yeah, because they need X amount of sleep, because they're human, just like you. You having a set sleep schedule is vitally important as your child to be healthy and productive, okay? 6 to 9 hours. Set your sleep schedule. That's the first step. If you have to wake up at 6 a.m., I'd recommend 10 p.m. Step number 2. This is basically reverse engineering your sleep schedule. This is something that I talk about quite often, especially with my students. And this is what I call the wind down period. Winding down. 90 minutes before your bedtime. So let's say your bedtime's 10 p.m. because we just talked about it. I want you to start winding down. I want you to try this. And the key to this wind down is taking all screens away from you, including TVs, iPads, laptops, desktops, and the pesky phone. Be done with them. At least the screen. Talking on the phone is one thing, but being on the screen is another. All of these screens emit a blue light. Like a lot of these companies are now programming their phones and computers to have like evening light production to where it basically hinders the blue light being produced from the screen. However, it's still being produced. I know some people, and I read this in a book called Sleep Smarter by Sean Stevenson. I'd highly recommend that book if you're actually intrigued by this topic and want to learn how to sleep like even better than I'm teaching you with these 3 tips. And I've spoken to Sean. He's a cool dude. Sean Stevenson, Sleep Smarter, great book on sleep. He went ahead and bought like glasses that don't allow the blue light in. In this 90-minute period, starting at, say, 8:30 if your bedtime's at 10, no screens, and wind down. Start getting ready for bed. This would be a great time to do all sorts of things, to include walk the dog, go in the hot tub, go for a swim, stretch, foam roll, do some yoga, meditate, do the dishes, shower, get ready for the next day, lay your clothes out, get your meals ready, your lunchbox, prep your food, whatever you need to do. Spend time with your partner, be with your partner physically, have a conversation with your partner. There's so many things you can do. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, whatever your hygiene routine is, while not being on your screens. And with the screens not emitting that blue light into your mind is going to calm down, all right? The blue light will actually keep your brain, I think it's wavelengths. Don't quote me on that one. I think it's wavelengths, brain waves, from being active. And it will not only allow you to fall asleep once you get into bed, but it will allow you to hit your REM cycles, your rapid eye movement cycles, which is where the body is actually repairing itself, primarily through secretion of growth hormone. So that's the wind down period, 90 minutes. And here's a pro tip for you guys, all right? The bedroom is for 2 things, okay? The bedroom's for 2 things, sleeping and sex. If you have screens in your bedrooms, TVs, phones, get them out. Now, I understand that you're important and you need your phone on you. However, trust me, if it's an emergency, someone will get a hold of you. I'd highly recommend removing your phone from the bedroom and TVs. If you really want to have a productive day and operate at a high level. And don't get me wrong, this is the hardest part for me too, right? Sometimes I want to have my phone in my hands before I go to bed. And like a child, I have to discipline myself if I do put it in my hands. However, I find that if I put my phone in my office, which is across from my bedroom, I'll still be able to hear it if someone really needs to get a hold of me, because it's actually an emergency. All right, guys, here's step 3. So you set your bedtime. You have set your wind down time of 90 minutes prior. Now you're going to get into the 3rd step to really have some productive sleep in your evening routine. I say this is a great time to practice gratitude and think about everything that you're grateful for, specifically in that day. Maybe you had some big wins. Maybe some really good things happened to you. This is a good time to think about it and speak about it. Speak it into existence. Talk about it and be grateful for it. If you're looking for a further explanation of gratitude and what I have to say on it, check out episode 40. I believe it's in season 2 or 3 of this show. I think season 2, episode 40. It's titled Gratitude. It will give you a full explanation of gratitude. However, from time to time, I actually carry a journal with me throughout the day, and I'll jot down really cool things that have happened to me throughout the day so I can reflect on them at night and be grateful for them. As simple as this sounds, this is not only an evening changer, but this is a life changer. Okay? So if you really value sleeping better or even want to try to sleep a little bit better, the biggest things you can really do are these 3 tips. Set a bedtime every night. Go to bed at the same time every night and wake up the same time every day, or at least 6 days a week. Number 2, set a wind down period. 90 minutes is what I recommend. Some people do 2 hours, some people do 60 minutes. I recommend 90 minutes and wind down prior to actually going to bed. And number 3, practice gratitude before you get into bed or while you're laying there. I promise you, you'll sleep like a baby. With all of these things together, these 3 simple steps, this is how you build an evening routine which is completely related to your morning routine and how well you perform throughout the day. If you are really adamant on getting better in life and performing better and being healthier and just being a fucking winner and winning on a daily basis, you have to start with your evening schedule in your sleep. Learn from my mistakes. I spent too many years not sleeping. Now that I sleep like a baby, my entire life is different, and I'm so grateful for it. And I wish the same for you guys. All right, guys, that's what I got for you on your evening routine and your sleep schedule, okay? Give it a shot. Try it for 30 days. Build that habit. I promise you within those 30 days, you'll start to see a shift. You will. And you winning means we're winning because I'm winning. Let's keep winning together. I appreciate you guys. Smash that like button if you already haven't. Other people want to know about how to sleep better. YouTube pushes this out to other people. The more of you that smash that like button. So hit the like button, hit subscribe if you like this, catch all the videos that I put out, because I'll give you a little hint. The next one coming is the complement to the sleep schedule. It's your morning routine. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Keep winning. Peace.